Hello, welcome. Welcome to Module 1. Do you know who is Trishanku? Do you know Vishwamitra? Trishanku was a king. Trishanku was a king. He belongs to Ikshwaku descendancy. And he has one desire. He has one desire. He wants to go to heaven along with his body. Want to go to heaven along with his body. And he approached Vasishtha for it. He approached Vasishtha and he asked his help and he expressed his desire. But Vasishtha said, no, it's not possible. He cannot do it. But this person again went to Vishwamitra. And again he expressed his desire. He want to go to the heaven along with the body. Vishwamitra said he will send him to heaven along with the body, and he performed yagas, etc. And after that, he sent the Trishanku to heaven along with the body. But at the doorstep of the heaven, Indra stopped the Trishanku and he sent back. He sent back Trishanku. In fact, he was pushed and he was falling down with head down. With head down in the reverse direction actually. So he was falling down and he shouted. And Vishwamitra heard this and immediately he created what is called as Trishanku Swarga, or a heaven created for the purpose of Trishanku. He created the heaven and he placed Trishanku there. He placed Trishanku there. So he created the heaven. He created the heaven. Definitely that is one of the contributions of an engineer called as Vishwamitra. We can call those people as engineers also. And engineering is not new. Engineering is not new. If you consider this, say Mahabharata. If you consider Mahabharata, so in that one person called as Mayudu. Mayudu created what is called as Mayasabha. Mayudu created what is called as Mayasabha. There the story of Kurukshetra started there. Okay, certain things happened there which Duryodhana didn't like, and it resulted in Kurukshetra war, and everything is destroyed. Everything is destroyed. But Mayudu is an engineer. We can say he is an architect or he is a civil engineer. So Mayudu was an engineer. Like that, history speaks itself. Even if you consider the other instances of Mahabharata also, though the Dhritarashtra was blind, he was able to watch the Kurukshetra. May not be visually, but some saint sitting beside him was able to view the Kurukshetra from that place itself and then explain what is exactly happening in the Kurukshetra, in the war front, to Dhritarashtra. So there are many such examples. So India is known for the engineers. But please remember, there are two kinds of history. History can be classified into two types. One is recorded history, the other one is unrecorded history. So because whatever the literature we have nowadays is created by the European historians, so they concentrated on only Europe and maybe the neighboring places, but history never speaks about the contributions of India. History never speaks about contributions of India, though India contributed a lot. In fact, our history, our culture is far better than the other cultures, and it started centuries back before these cultures actually started. But there is no recorded history. In fact, the recorded history was destroyed by the so-called invaders, Mughals, and then these British. They actually destroyed this history. They destroyed this history. But nevertheless, India is known for its engineers and its engineering contributions. That's why Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, the first Prime Minister of India, said, engineers build the nation. Engineers build the nation. So if you just try to realize, you are listening to me. So you are sitting on a chair. Chair is a contribution of an engineer. The wire or cloth that is used to make that chair is a contribution of engineer. The bolts that are used, the wood that is used, and then the tools that are used to sharpen that wooden, all are contributions of an engineer. The video which you are seeing is a contribution of engineer. The camera which you are seeing, the microphone which you are using, the speakers which you are using, the pen which you are using, the paper which you are using, the floor on which you are sitting, the floor on which you are sitting, all are contributions of engineer only. So the count is endless. The count is endless. So in this module, we'll study how engineering actually started. So we have fields like science, mathematics, engineering, and technology. There are 4 fields. So we'll study what is science, we'll study what is mathematics, we'll study what is engineering, and what is technology. And we'll also study why you are given a Bachelor of Technology degree. So for engineering students, nowadays you are getting the degree of Bachelor of Technology, not Bachelor of Engineering. Now why you are given Bachelor of Technology, not Bachelor of Engineering degree? That we will also study. And how these different fields converged or integrated. So we are using technology. We are using technology in science and mathematics. In engineering, we use science and mathematics. We are using science and mathematics. So we are driven by the technology. All are driven by the technology. Technology is driving the world. Technology is actually driving the world. So we will study the integration of science, mathematics, engineering, and technology. So the next we will study about the evolution of engineering, actually how engineering started. We have what is called as Industry 1.0, Industry 2.0, 3.0, 4.0, and we are moving towards 5.0. So engineering 1.0 is all about the wheel. You can say the contribution of mechanical engineers. In fact, before that also, engineering existed. Historically, only civil engineers were considered as engineers. The canals, etc., are contribution of the civil engineers only. So Industry 4.0, we have wheel, a major contribution, and Industry 2.0, where this electricity is introduced and people started using power. And engineering, this Industry 3.0 is all about computers, it's all about electronics, it's all about information technology. And now we are in the era of Industry 4.0, which is all about cyber physical systems. Industry 4.0 is about cyber physical systems. That means we will be doing everything over the internet. Maybe all the machines will be operated, including the lathe machines, CNC machines, big machines. In fact, the total factories will be operated over a network. We have what are called as smart factories. Though they may not exist in India, in Germany they are there, but we are moving in that direction only. We have Industry 5.0 also. Where these fields like artificial intelligence are going to play a major role. So Industry 4.0 is about cyber physical systems. Industry 5.0 again adds the human touch to it. So we are progressing at a rapid rate. And maybe in future we may have totally smart factories. We are talking about what is called as self-healing concrete. That means the concrete itself heals itself whenever there are any problems. So it heals itself, self-healing concrete is there. And there are many other contributions. The two major may be this quantum computing, molecular computing, if you consider computer science. Quantum computing and molecular computing. So with quantum computing and quantum physics, according to them, so there is no difference between what is called as present and future. In fact, present and future exist now itself. So what is available in the future is already divided. It's already decided now. We have what is called as molecular computing, where the storage capacity or the remembering capacity of water molecules is used for computing. So we are moving towards the quantum computing, where there will be no barriers. We can solve many complex problems which we are unable to solve using the current computers. And we are also moving towards molecular computing, which may reduce the size of computers. In fact, in future we may not have something like a computer explicitly. So everywhere computer will be available. Your spectacles will have a computer. Maybe if you want to view anything, you can just touch your spectacle and everything will be displayed in front of you. You can operate what is displayed in front of you. So it may be displayed in the air itself. So you may press the buttons, etc. So you never know what is going to happen in the future. But we may or we may not be present in that future. Okay. But definitely future is going to change, and future belongs to engineers. And we are going to influence all the fields, including the medical fields. So welcome to engineering. Thank you.